Peace, peace, peace. What up, y'all? It's your boy Fly Money. We back at it again. Top numero uno. Make sure y'all hit and like that subscribe button. Share. So let's dive right into it. My NFL recap. What I thought of this week. My opinion, my perspective on things in the league. The sports and entertainment biz it's a reason why everybody don't make it. Let's just say that, right? So here we have it. The Raiders was the first team to get bumped off, and I thought they had real season problems with the whole John Gruden situation. You know, that was a distraction. But yet alone, they moved from Oakland to Vegas, and they still in transition with their quarterback. They got a good tight end who's like a wide receiver at the end of the day. I forget my man's name, but he know who he is. You know, shout out to the Bengals because, since he needed to win, like, I don't think they got out a first card yet, wild card, in so long. That kid, Joe Burrow, they quarterback, he's looking like, he going to be around for the next few years. You know, we still, have speculation on him and whatnot. Because as y'all see, they keep bringing in, these big Caucasian quarterbacks. Nothing against them. In the pocket. Some of them, they mobile as well. But Cincinnati, they got a pretty good running game as well. Defense is, up to par. I think, they going out next round. Yeah, possibly. But if I had to say, watch out because they could be, put in an upset alert to one of these, teams that made it to the next round and whatnot. So, yeah, shout out to the Bengals, for getting out, that first round and maintaining home field advantage. It's a reason why, you go into the league and you want a good record. So at least you could have one home playoff game. And the Bengals, good win, well-deserved. I actually, put a dollar on y'all, but I lost on somebody else. That's neither here nor there. Let's moving on to my mob, the Pats. We got mobbed. Very disrespectful. The players that we had off during last season came back in COVID. Bill Belichick has never given up this much ever in a playoff game in his career. And, we had a rookie quarterback. I could go on with the excuses, but there are no excuses in the league. Next man up. We're not going to scapegoat it. We got mauled. We got our ass beat. And, obviously that money that the Patriots gave out, for a lot of defensive players, it was well-deserved. I mean, at least we got there. The expectation was, I don't think, for us to get even to the playoffs, we didn't technically belong, but we belong. I believe in our coach. I believe, we got a great offensive coordinator, our system. But let's, hands down, Buffalo made it to the AFC Championship game last year. They got knocked off by Kansas City. They're going to play Kansas City the next round. That's going to be a real interesting game. I believe they got the potential to beat Kansas City next round. Am I going to put my money on them? No. I'm not going to go against my homeboy. They gave that kid a bag. He done been to 2 Super Bowls, 1-1. Lost last year to the GOAT. Respectfully. So, shout out to Buffalo. They took care of their business. Moving along, let's go into the GOAT, against the Eagles. The Eagles, another team I thought they shouldn't have really made the playoffs. The GOAT is the GOAT. I don't think, and I don't believe that he will lose at home. Here's my opinion. The league is kind of rigged. They want the ratings to be what the ratings was last year, or even, meet that expectation and have higher ratings. So I think in the NFC, rather, they're going to potentially set up another Rodgers Brady matchup. Rodgers, had home field advantage last year. The GOAT came over to the conference, and guess what? Won a chip. Tampa Bay, they trying to, run another back-to-back. And who's the last person to have a back-to-back? My man Tom. So in Tom we believe. Shout out to them. The Eagles, they got a lot of all-season acquisitions, moves they need to do. Is Jalen Hurts really their quarterback? Alabama prodigy. Two Alabama prodigies, Mac Jones and Hurts. They made it to the playoffs. And, I guess Philly going to, trust the process. They got to get better on D, obviously. Offense, a lot of injuries. So with that, we're going to move on. Who we have? Oh, so we have the Steelers in Kansas City. Shout out to the Steelers. Mike Tomlin, the longest tenure black coach in the league. I have nothing but respect for the man. He come out, he do his job. He makes no excuses. He's very detail orientated with him giving, what they have. Yes, this is Big Ben's last season. I thought Big Ben went out like a true warrior, true champion. He showed what Pittsburgh football is all about, but, they need to move on and figure out their next steps in the draft. If they're going to go draft a QB, I'm not too sure if any in this year's draft will be available, but I believe, with what they have offensively, they able to, rebound and possibly make it back to the playoffs, being that division, is up and down, and it's up for grabs. I really thought Baltimore was going to, come out, and they disappointed with the injuries, and we're going to move on. We know Mahomes, he's going to be there, like I mentioned earlier, next round. And a lot of people thought Kansas City, because they had their little drought in the regular season, Andy Reid, what can we say about him? We know he's a great coach. Offensively, he's one of the best offensive masterminds of this era of football. With that being said, let's go into the disappointment with the Dallas Cowboys yet again. They have the talent. They had home field advantage. The 49ers was a team really a lot of people slept on. They had a lot of injuries, and their defense and their offense were both top 10 in the league. They're probably one of the only teams, if not in the playoffs, to have a team like that. They are a good team, and they were very capable of beating the Cowboys. But the Cowboys having a home field advantage and the talent, you would think that they will come out and they will shine. I don't know what's up with their running back. They gave him a big bag after he got that bag. It's like he got jet lag. Dak, he can only do but so much. I really thought, with all the speculation, they had the number one offense in the league. They were talking about all these stats. He didn't have great stats this game. And yet, they weren't supposed to even be in the position that they were in coming back in the game, and they still had an opportunity to win the game. So with that being said, they were a major disappointment. I know a lot of other people who have insight on them in their team. They're going to, be hard on their team and grind them up. But they were the biggest disappointment over the weekend. Yes, I did bet on them thinking that they were going to win. Good thing I lost early in the week on a bet on another team. So I'm not so disappointed and I'm not bandwagoning. They got some more drafting to do, and they going fishing. With that being said, we got a good game going on tonight. The Cardinals and the Rams. The Rams are actually, I believe they're home. And the Super Bowl is in LA. And like the Cowboys, the Rams are another team. They have a lot of high talent, big name. And if they go and lose this game right here, right, I mentioned it in my last NFL post. If y'all ain't get that, check that out. It's Kyler Murray, underrated. If he go and win this game right here, that says a lot, for his career and his stature, because I believe, he's an underrated quarterback. He's short. He does a lot of scramble. He reminds me of a Russell Wilson, but I believe, it's going to be a tight game. It's going to go down to the wire. And the Cardinals, they have a pretty decent D. I think, my belief is, LA can pull us out. But Matthew Stafford, he played in Detroit all those years. He's used to losing. And even though he has the potential to get out of this round, he's questionable. Sometimes their defense with their names, they're questionable as well because they don't have that continuity with their, they haven't all played together. So this is going to be an interesting game. I think I'm going to check it out. I'll be at work, and let me know what y'all think about, the next round with, Green Bay is going to get the winner of tonight's game, Arizona Rams. And obviously Tampa Bay is going to play the Niners, I believe. So I might got it wrong. But let me know what y'all think. Hey, like and subscribe. I appreciate y'all for checking in, tuning in with me. And that's my take on this weekend. Peace and love, y'all.